What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. Today we just picked up this 1997 Jeep Grand Cherokee $1,000. This thing is fantastic. It has a beautiful interior in it. It's got the 5.2 liter V8. It's four-wheel drive. It's fantastic. It is actually for my youngest daughter. It needs transmission. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a transmission for it. She's going to help me change it. You guys will get to see that. And then we're going to fix the other little things that it's got on it. I think the first thing to do, let's get it off the trailer, and then we'll go around it and show you everything about it. So let's go. Okay, we'll go ahead and hop into it and put the window down, and then or fire it up, then put the window down and put it in gear. And to get it off of here, you're just going to back straight up.
Straight up.
Yeah. Okay guys, the transmission works well enough that it's able to drive around under its own power, as you saw. We're probably just going to put an entire new junkyard transmission in it, and then probably rebuild its transmission, then swap them back out, and then sell the junkyard transmission. I haven't totally decided yet what we're going to do, but I think that's what we're going to do. But let's take a look at it. So as you can see, overall it's in pretty darn good shape. It's got a few dents in it. We got a big dent up here in the hood that we're going to have to fix, and then it's got some little tiny door dings. It's got a little ding right there. I think there's one ding up on top. But generally speaking, the paint is in excellent condition. Eventually we're going to need to repaint these side pieces. This is just from age. They're a little worn on the top. But it came with excellent tires. These are in really good shape. They've got good tread left on them. And let's see, we'll be working on repainting that. Come around to the back. Everything here looks pretty good. Again, a couple places it's got a little bit of minor it looks to me like it's been repainted, although it looks like somebody did a pretty good job. But I think what we'll do is color sand and buff the entire Jeep, and then whatever needs to be repainted we'll repaint after we figure that out. Come around to this side, we got just a little bit of stuff right there to deal with, and other than that, it's, like I said, a couple little door dings and stuff like that. But yeah, overall the outside's not in bad shape at all. But check out the interior. This is the part that I'm super excited about. We'll start back here. Look how gorgeous that is. This thing is nice. It is in really, really good condition. It's got 190,000 miles on it, and it seems to be really well cared for. Nice leather interior. This is a limited, so that means it's got all the bells and whistles on it, including a 10-way power heated seat, and the leather interior, infinity sound system. All in all, it's pretty sweet. I did notice that this door is just a little, it's actually shaking the whole Jeep, but when you do open it, it feels like it's riding a little bit. So we're going to probably put new hinges on there, and then check out the piece de resistance. Check it out, 5.2 liter V8. This sucker's got the 318 in it, and it runs great. I'm gonna go ahead and fire it up for you guys. Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to get it cleaned up and see what we get some of this dust off of it, see what we're dealing with. We're going to pull this grill guard. We might be putting it back on. Sam hasn't decided exactly what she wants to do, but if we do put it back on, we're going to get some different brackets so that it sits properly. It's not really aligned correctly right now for these sidebars, so we might also just take the sidebars off of it and just leave the center bash bar. So but we're going to get this off because we needed to clean up the headlights regardless, and I want to be able to work on this hood and get everything figured out. So next step is to get it cleaned up. Let's do that. Alright guys, we got it all cleaned up, and since it drove off the trailer and drove into the driveway, we're actually going to take it for a drive and see what happens. I know that the guy we bought it from said it needed a new transmission, and he's probably right, but I'd like to do a little bit of diagnostics myself just to see what we're up against. So we're going to take it for a drive and we're going to see what happens. Battery's going dead. Nope, it's dead. Dang it, dead battery.
That's just another thing. Now what?
I think we're just going to go buy a battery for it, because I did notice on this one that it's 417, so the battery's 5 years old anyway, which that's about the age, and also coupled with the fact that it's been sitting. I don't want to have to deal with it, so let's just go get a new battery for it. All right, guys, so it's the next day, and you can see Sam did a great job cleaning up the Jeep. She got it all clean and got all the dust and dirt off of it, and she clay barred it and got it all polished up. So we got quite a bit of paint work to do on it eventually. It's got pretty decent paint, but we're gonna go through with the buffer and the polisher and take care of everything we can first, and then we are gonna end up repainting some stuff because we found out it's got a little bit of hail damage. It does have this dent that we got to take care of in the front, and I noticed the clear coat's coming off on the top. So that'll be a future episode. We're just going to get it cleaned up for right now. But in continuing to get it ready to go, we're still trying to figure out exactly what's wrong with the transmission. Now, the guy who sold it to me said that it needed a new transmission. He sold it as needing a new transmission, so that's totally fine. But the thing actually drives around on its own. We actually took it around the block last night, and it doesn't seem to shift out of gear, but it seems to drive just fine in seconds. So I want to do a little bit more exploring before we just throw a transmission at it. We will probably end up doing that, but I kind of like to know why we're doing stuff instead of just throwing parts at things. So we're going to do a little bit more diagnostic on that. But in the meantime, since this is going to be Sam's daily driver, she wants to get everything else all cleaned up on it, taken care of. So the things that we have to do that we're going to finish up here is we're going to buff the headlights and get them back to looking factory. We're going to do an oil change on it. We're going to do spark plugs, and see, wiper blades, and a couple of other miscellaneous things for it in addition to the cleaning. So we're going to go ahead and do the oil change on it right now. So let's get started on that. All right, guys, not sure if you can see us. It's getting a little dark here, but we're done with the majority of the work on the Jeep, and we're going to road test it, see if we can figure out what is the matter with the transmission, because at this point we don't really know what the symptoms are. We did find this interesting little light show as we go driving. Isn't that awesome? So we did a little research and believe that's the fix for that is we have to pull the rheostat or the dimmer switch and solder it up. So we'll add that to the list of stuff that needs to be done. But right now we're going to take this up, see if we can get it on the highway, because it seems to be only staying in second gear. So we're going to take it out on the main road and see if it'll shift. Let's see if the air conditioning on this thing works.
Dude said it does.
Engine die? Yeah, the engine died. Okay, well that's helpful. Let's see if it'll start. That's it.
Yes, it will. Okay, take it back.
Stop. Okay, air conditioning works great.
Yeah.
Okay, nail it. Yeah, that definitely didn't downshift. Okay, so it's stuck, and that's good. I just want to see if it would drop down to go in a second and go.
Okay. So definitely upshifted?
What? It's not shifting at all. It's just in second, yeah.
Okay.
All right, guys. So I think we're going to go ahead and call it right there. This thing's transmission will not shift at a second, and it seems like the torque converter is also staying locked up on it. So the plan had been to just order a new transmission, and I think that's what we're going to go ahead and do. I'm going to do a little bit of research on it, but I think we're going to call it that. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll be doing another video on not only replacing the transmission on this, but also putting we're going to do a whole new cooling system on it. So water pump, water pump, I ordered a radiator, new hoses, everything. So we'll make sure that that's all good to go. So like, subscribe, really appreciate it, and catch you next time. Bye. Never remember how to open these. My sister-in-law is laughing at me right now. Go ahead and stop that. And then...
I don't think I started recording.
Are you kidding?
Nope.
Alright, well, guess we're not using that for B-roll.
Oh no.
Can't fire it up because Sam has the keys.